Well, it's the afternoon already, and for some people, that would be an acceptable time to have a drink or to taste whiskey. I went whiskey shopping last night, like I often do on Saturday nights, and when I got home, I was kind of warm and heated up from carrying all the groceries and whiskey up the stairs and making multiple trips and so on, that I decided to have some gin and tonic. I didn't realize that maybe along with gin and tonic I should have had some more water, because when I woke up this morning I had a cramp in my left calf, and it was one of those dehydration, drank too much cramps in the left calf that I sometimes get. So I've been rehydrating since then. I think I woke up at around 8 or 9 o'clock. Now it's almost 1 in the afternoon. I've done what chores I was going to do today. And I want to sit back, watch a few videos, and enjoy some whiskey. I found this on the shelf. I hope you can see it. It's the Ezra Brooks Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's bottled at 40%. It's not bright enough in here. Excuse me while I turn the light up, just so I can read this, and then I'll turn it back down to get the white balance properly. Distilled and aged by Ezra Brooks Distillery, Louisville, Kentucky. It says here, we invite you to sit back and savor the experience that is Ezra Brooks Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and see why through 7 generations it is and always will be the bourbon for those with a rugged spirit and taste for adventure. 7 generations. And here it says, since 1800, Ezra Brooks remains the perfect way to cap off the day. Ezra Brooks is a genuine sour mash aged naturally in new charred white oak barrels and charcoal filtered for a mellow flavor. So we're talking something very similar to the entry-level Evan Williams or Jack Daniels. Let's see. I'm not a big fan of Jack Daniels, but as I recall, this is almost interchangeable with the Evan Williams. Oh, come on. Plastic cap. With the plastic foil on top of it that has not come apart. Well, that's quite all right. I'll just put it back like that. And there's that little plastic collar that's in there as well. Whatever. Anyway, the bottle feels a bit chunky in the hand. It's one of these standard square bottles. It's bottled at 40%, so we're not going to be adding any water to this. We're just going to be drinking it. Or we're just going to be tasting it. We're just going to be nosing it and tasting it as is. Let's get the white balance back again. Oh, that's too dark. There. That's more like it. Okay. I can smell some sourness already. I'm getting some sourness. Even here, way down there. I'm getting sourness. I'm getting that black cherry note that often comes from bourbons. Yeah, this is much like Evan Williams. Probably because they use similar grains, similar warehouses, similar distilling, similar barrels, similar, etc. Wait, I'm getting a little more corn now. The cherries are sort of like dispersing. I'm getting corn. I'm getting some of that butterscotch. Maybe some vanilla, butterscotch and vanilla. Quite as pleasant notes. I'm still getting some of those fruity notes from the cherries and some little bit of sweetness from corn. You know, there's a burnt butter note along with the cherries, butterscotch. I'm definitely getting a burnt butter note. Not an unpleasant one. It still smells good. Not overly complex. There aren't too many layers to this. It's like cherries, zoom, butterscotch, zoom, burnt butter. Sweetness from the corn. Let's try it. A little bit sour. Somewhat spicy, like pepper. There's the exuberance of youth in it. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say rough, but spicy, and maybe the corners are not smooth, shall we say. I wouldn't call it exactly rough. It's got that sour mash. Yeah, that burnt butter and that hint of cherries comes through on the palate. And it's a little bit less spicy now that I've had the second pull. Let's try again. Oh yeah, and the aftertaste of black cherries. Hint of that butterscotch and burnt butter. It's pretty straightforward. There's not too much complexity here. The mouthfeel is soft, almost alkaline, which is interesting with that spicy coating of the mouth. So when it's in your mouth and rolling up and down your tongue, or at least my tongue, it's quite mouth-watering now at the aftertaste. I'm getting cherries and some spice just fading, but fading slowly. This would be nice with more ABV. This would be really nice. It's a little bit watered down for my tastes. If it was bottled at 45% rather than 40, that would be a much nicer. It would carry more of the flavor. Still, it's not bad, you know. For $28 Canadian, it's hard to do worse. It's good value for the money. And this is like an everyday, yeah, cap off the day every day with this one. Yeah, spice pepper. Interesting. Very interesting. That pepper spice could also be coming from the charred barrels. That could be it. Either way, it's quite an enjoyable little whiskey, and at the price, it's a good daily drinker. And it wouldn't bother me to cap off the day with this one every day. Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.